What is going on, Wolfpack Nation? Welcome to another Tuffy Talk episode, y'all. And we are so excited today to be welcomed by somebody that I think, NC State fans are all too well aware of. And honestly, a friend of the podcast, one of our favorite players, in a long, long time, for sure, Casey Morsell, former NC State men's basketball guard, and has been.
Why you got to throw the former out?
Well, he
will always be one of us, or one of them.
Well, you're right. But now he's an NC State men's basketball alum.
That's better.
That's right. So, but it's unfortunately the way of the age. We would love to have Casey back for how many years? How many years did you have 6 years, Casey, because of COVID? You had 6 years, right?
No. Yeah,
just 5, right?
5.
Yeah,
just 5.
5. Yeah.
All right. Well, again, we wish that we would have had a 6-year out of Casey. That'd be great, but unfortunately, not meant to be. But first of all, Casey, where are you at right now, man? Are you at home? You still at state? Where are you at right now?
I'm in Raleigh. I live in Raleigh, not too far from state, but just in Raleigh now. Enjoying the summer, man. It feels great. This Raleigh weather's been amazing recently. So I love this type of heat.
How weird is it not going through workouts right now? Bittersweet.
It's not that bad, honestly. These are usually the times when the workouts are usually the worst. But I kind of enjoy finally having a summer where I get to just explore what else is out there in the world and not have to worry about trying to rush back or come back to work out. So I'm enjoying it. Summer's been good. So now I'm just, handling everything else off the court, but everything's been good.
Has there been one food, Casey, that while you were playing, while you were working out, you tried to stay away from, but now that you're, not doing all the workouts that you're enjoying a little bit more of maybe than you used to?
Go ahead. Show them that bag of chips you were eating right before we got on.
Oh, no. These are Velveeta crackers.
Oh,
these are healthy.
Okay, crackers. Okay.
Yeah, these are healthy.
He's going to call you out and it backfire.
But I'm starting to eat more pizza. I didn't eat as much pizza as a player, but
what kind of pizza?
A pepperoni. I love pepperoni pizza. I love that. Digging deep and more in the barbecue. But it's weird. I gotta run it off and make sure that I'm on top of that stuff because you don't want it to add up.
That's right. So
how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing?
Dude, we're doing great.
Yeah.
We're doing good.
That's good.
I got me. First of all, I gotta show this. I didn't even put this on my wall yet because I don't even have room yet.
What are you doing?
I got my Kevin Keats.
The man did not give up his time to see your pictures.
Nice. No. This is nice. I've never seen that. That's pretty sweet.
That confetti.
Exactly. So what I'm going to do is the confetti that Greg gave me, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to put it down here. So that way.
Yeah, no one can hear you. Use the mic that you've been given.
Stop. Hey, listen, Greg. All right, my bad. But so the confetti that Greg gave me, I was going to take it and put it down here at the bottom. So as it's falling, it's actually down here. That'd be pretty cool.
That's so
nice. No, that's big time. That's big.
I know. But anyway, though. But yeah, y'all. Again, so today, really with Casey Morsell, it's really going to be less of hey Casey, how was it to go to the Final Four? And hey, how was it, Casey?
What is your favorite color?
Yeah, we're gonna ask him what's your favorite color. No, but no, just more of kind of just have fun. Ask a little bit more of the off the wall stuff. Even talk a little bit of other NC State sports as well. Actually, you know what, Casey? Before we go a step further, one thing I want to ask you about is so back in the fall, you and us and Sanaya Rivers were lucky enough to partner together and do a little promotion for Moe's. So first of all, I know you were part of a multitude of different NILs. So how would you compare the partnership with us for Moe's compared to your other NIL partnerships that you had? Would you say it was pretty up there in terms of memorable?
Yeah, for sure. That was like a college game day type. Yeah, it was unique. Just being able to go around and talk to, so many different people. And honestly, that was like one of the moments where, I kind of figured out that like, oh wow, a lot of people kind of know who I am. Just walking around, and then, everyone kind of knowing, my face and my name, like, cause when you're in it, like you're just so locked in. Right. And I will speak on that when we bring up the tournament stuff, but just walking around to so many different RVs and so many different people tailgating, man. Like, there's nothing that was really like that. So that was unique. I enjoyed it.
Good.
My favorite part was giving you an alley-oop. I'd be like, I gave Casey Morsell an alley-oop.
I think that was in the video. Because we had a little video at the end of that was in it. I remember.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we have just a reminder for state fans who don't remember. So basically, we did a partnership where we did like a Moe's tailgate, and we walked around with buy one get one free Moe's burritos, and Casey and I, and then Macon and Sanaya walked around handing them out. It was a fun time. It was a good time for sure.
I may have pocketed about 50 of them. I'm still getting Moe's coupons. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, hey, that's right. But yeah, Casey. So one couple of things here. So I have with Kevin Keats, he recently was on the Joe Ovies show, YouTube / podcast, whatever it may be, recently actually. And there was two specific things which I wanted to ask you about, which I thought were new and maybe some that maybe state fans haven't really heard a lot about before. But one of the acronyms which he brought up, which I loved, which I feel like you got to use this probably for the rest of your life, but ART, which with two T's, accountability, relentless toughness together. So when was that brought in? Was that brought in, even early in your time at NC State, or was that a this year acronym?
No, that was a last year, or what is it? Jarkel 2 years ago. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. That was, he brought that in. Honestly, I don't really know where exactly it came from or where he got it from. Okay. It was pretty random. He just kind of came into practice one day and was just like, let's just go by. I don't know. He needs to explain how he got it, how he made it up. But I mean, it means, of course, the accountability, relentless toughness together. And you walk around the facility, you see those words all over, and it's really just like a phrase that we used a lot in game whenever whenever adversity came or anything like that. It was just like it was an art. It was kind of like a reset word to like tell everybody just to relax. So sometimes you can't just say, all right, let's just chill out, calm down. Like, you just need to have a quick word, a quick phrase that like everyone kind of knows. So something like relax and calm. It's just like it don't really feel the same when like you're in the game.
I get that. Yeah. I get that. Yeah. And then the second question, which I wanted to ask from it, was so he brought up about how he asked each person on the team to bring a lucky charm with them. I believe. Oh, my fault, Greg. Hey, you could have jumped in, brother.
Hey, whatever, dude. No. Go ahead. It's your show. Go ahead.
No, it's not. Get out of here. What here? You can even add on to it too. But I mean, basically, from what I got from it was, I think it was heading to here, Greg. Heading to DC. All right, cool. Heading to DC. That basically each person on the team was asked to bring a lucky charm piece. So, what was your lucky charm piece that you brought with you?
This sounds like it doesn't really feel like a lucky charm piece, but I would say for me the only different thing I bought was my laptop. Because I really don't bring my laptop because I have an iPad. And that usually travels with me for most of my away trips. But I brought my laptop because I just had a feeling I was going to be there for a little while. And I guess that was the lucky charm, but mine wasn't as unique as like a lot of guys. Like some people bought like headbands, and Ern, he brings his unicorn teddy bear thing, and
I love that.
Yeah, you seen it? Like,
I saw it in Pittsburgh. Stuff. Yeah, I saw that in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I was like, what the ham sandwich is this thing?
Yeah, he carries it around like everywhere.
It's like Linus in a security blanket.
Exactly. Yep. So yeah, I mean, mine wasn't too crazy, but I mean, I guess that was the only different thing that I brought. So, but absolutely. I don't know. Yeah, everyone had different stuff, headbands and different socks, weird stuff.
So, Greg, I yield the floor to you, my good sir.
Yeah. So I guess for me, having, and I think I told you this story in Pittsburgh. I rode the Metro after the ACC tournament back with your parents, and just talking to them, like who reached out to you to like congratulate you or to wish you luck. I kind of wonder, they told me who reached out to them, but I'm curious to see like who was the most unique or person that you didn't expect to hear from during the whole run that reached out to you just to, give you words of encouragement or just to give you a congratulatory text. Like, I know your phones were blowing up during that whole time.
Yeah. Wow. And I kind of feel bad because I didn't really get back to everybody. And see all the.
I mean, you got back to me, so that's all that matters. But
I didn't get back to Greg.
Really? Congrats, Greg.
I didn't get back to Kenzie.
For a good week and a half.
I didn't get back. But man, yeah. Well, I would say probably my high school coach. I think that was the most unique one. Strictly because right now he's been for like a year now he's been battling ALS. Oh, wow. And that's and he's been going through that for almost like 3 years now. And the fact that he just still took time to watch me, wish me good luck after everything that he's going through. I mean, that was the most impactful, and it honestly surprised me because I didn't know that he was able to that's what made it even mean even more. It was the fact that he was able to send a message and the
level of effort that it took for him to do that, right?
Yeah, it took a lot like to do that, something so simple. Awesome. And it made me appreciate how blessed I am to go out there and even play. Like you just and like it was kind of like a reset moment for me, like something that simple. So probably that, really. But it was a lot. Like I said, it was a lot of messages. Kenzie, my apologies for not getting back to you.
Don't have to apologize to her.
Yes, you
have gotten back to you now. The season's over. The season's over, and I've gotten back to you.
There we go. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I mean
you're forgiven.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, he didn't respond back to you, Kens. We wouldn't have him right now, so good job.
Right?
That's true.
I just annoyed him until he did.
Well,
there you go.
You definitely have that quality trait.
Wow, thanks, Greg. Appreciate it. I love how it's just bully Kenzie today. Appreciate
Never.
it.
All right. Now, y'all be nice to my girl Cans. All right.
Thank you.
So, all right. So, Casey, we got 2 questions specifically from our Discord from fans. This one from Warhurst21 saying, "How much has your life changed since the Final Four run and graduation?" So, since you officially left NCAA, how has your life changed? Before we continue, I want to take a quick second to tell you about our sponsor, Flightland's Jessup Insurance Group, that has your whole world covered, with agents in 5 offices throughout Eastern North Carolina to help you decide how much coverage you need, offering policies for home and auto, recreational vehicles, commercial, crop, health, life, and employee benefits. They are able to combine options to find a comprehensive solution that works for you. Flightland's Jessup protects the things you love so you can spend less time worrying and more time enjoying them. Find them on Facebook and Instagram at Flightland's Jessup. You can also visit their webpage at www.flightlandsjessup.com. So please make sure to go and check them out.
How's my life changed? Wow.
It's a loaded question. I know.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it's changed significantly.
Cool.
I think it was weird. Like it's changed to the point where, as you see now, I decided to turn down all of my professional opportunities. The run has opened up a lot of doors for me off the court. So I think maybe if we would have lost earlier, maybe I would have tried to go down that route, that pro route. But after the run and the amount of opportunities that opened for me off the court, it just made more sense to pursue those rather than trying to claw or trying to go overseas. You know what I mean? It just it just made more sense. So. That's it.
Oh, good. And then the second question is more of so once you had finished the season, I'm sure you probably took a look, thought back. And I know that, the biggest question surrounding you, I know you've been asked this, before a time, but, just from people, even my own curiosity too, and this fan's question here from New Gray is what his username is. So thinking back at the season, do you have any idea kind of what you think really caused, you to not feel the 3-pointer as much this season as you did in previous years? Was it changing the offensive style?
I don't know. That's a I don't know kind of question.
Still don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think guys are guarding me differently. So I feel like I had to get my shot off quicker. It had to be more. I was shooting just a little more on the move, a little bit. So I was just like, I feel like, from the year before, guys were playing off me a little more. So I had just a little more time to kind of get it off. But this year it was like everyone was essentially, forced me to kind of shoot quicker shots. And I feel like that kind of threw me off. But, one of the things I had to do was utilize my driving ability. I got really comfortable being a driver and creating that way. But I don't know, like it worked at the right time, really. And I guess that played a role too, in us kind of getting the hole in the regular season. But the team was able to adapt, and it ended up being a great asset, having a driver who can get paint touches and clear up opportunities for other guys. Yeah,
absolutely. And so, honestly too, I think that one of the things that it really gave the ability to was for you to really highlight your defensive skill set, which, even more, 2 or 3 plays specifically that really are highlights, the one versus RJ Davis, even performance against Purdue really stood out for sure. I mean, would you say, where would your, cause I'm sure growing up that when you were practicing in the driveway, and shooting up threes, imagining hitting buzzer shots and things like that you never imagined that one of your highlights would be you getting a defensive stop. But I feel like that stop that you had in the ACC Championship game against RJ Davis, just lock that guy down. That has to be up there in terms of probably your favorite plays of all time.
That was the first time I've ever seen Casey talking crap to somebody. Like on TV.
That's not true, Kenzie. It's not true,
Kenzie. Okay.
It's not true.
It is. You're always.
I got you.
Never looked like that.
Yeah.
No, I take a lot of pride. I take a lot of pride in defense. It's something that I feel like it's one of the main reasons why I've always been able to play my whole career. Was because of my defense. But I think, for us, what made us really good this past year was everyone knew their role. Like everyone knew what they did best. And everyone knew their role, accepted it. And for me, that was my role. To be a driver and the best defender, to guard the best players, try to slow them down. If a guy averages, 20, let's try to get him to 13, but those little things make a difference, when trying to, win games. So, just other guys like Mo, his job became to rebound. Let's try to get him a double every game. We knew who our scores were. And we were all fine with it. We were all fine. And that was a strong asset for us, especially heading into postseason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Casey, go ahead. No, jump in there. You haven't asked anything yet.
We were talking about the adversity that y'all were feeling going into the ACC Championship. Here's your time to say your piece.
The adversity?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was, me and Kenzie were talking the other day, and, we were kind of talking about how, just everything kind of changed throughout the run that we had. talking about the difference between like before the tournament as opposed to after, right? Like, heading into the ACC tournament, we were playing Louisville, and it was a crazy number, right? But for our Louisville game, we had only sold about like 30 tickets, like for the Louisville game. It was around in that number. And like, just talking about like how crazy it was, like, once the last game came, it had kind of, I don't know, like it was hard. It was too fast to process, all right? Because Kenzie was like, damn, like you won the ACC tournament. Like you should be like, where's your stuff? Like, why isn't stuff hanging on, your wall? Like, and like, it's going to get there. But like, it was still kind of like processing how fast like kind of everything happened.
I'm so tired.
Because it's just, just because like before the tournament started, like we were in, such a low place, like, to the point where, guys might have been fired, guys were leaving. It would have been a whole sweep of the program probably. And it was just like a super low place. So like, in literally such a short period of time, like, your life pretty much has changed essentially. Like, it's just like, it doesn't really feel like real because like, all year you've been in this hole, but, so now that you're finally out the hole, it's like, damn, wow. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yes, Casey.
I think, Casey, if I could just jump on that too, because I think between myself and Chung Yi, Chung, and Steve Young and Reynolds Hall, and we were just talking amongst ourselves at some point, and we were thinking there was probably less than 20 to 25 people, to your point, that went from day one of the ACC tournament all the way to the Final Four run. That's how much, and I know you're not going to say it, but I can say it for you, and maybe you can say it now because you're not with the program on an official capacity. But you're right. The fans did give up on you, right? I think it's not everybody, but a large majority had written off the season, and I think you're crazy not to say that.
100%, like 100%. I mean, I remember when we first got there to DC. It was empty. It was a ghost town. We didn't see one fan, like no one, right? You know what I mean? And then just not randomly, but it was just so suddenly, like now you see like a flood of red. So now it puts us in a position where it's like, let's try to mute it out. Like, let's try to let's try to be the same people we were at the very beginning, right? Because, now this is all just like a distraction, like, you know what I mean? So it was fun to have the support. It was definitely fun to have the support, and we definitely felt it, and we appreciate it. But it was just, it just took a while to kind of process.
I mean, Can we just say who called that we were winning the ACC championship this year? Y'all can say it.
Yes, Ken, you do it every year, so the law of averages had to come your way at some point.
I was going to say, you also predicted in 2022 and 2021 and 2020.
No one else said it.
For me,
for
me, I'm genuinely curious about this, and I know you're probably going to play this down, and rightfully so. But it's obviously that everyone knows that you came from Virginia, you transferred into the program. You leave state with a winning record against Virginia. And I know you're going to tell me that it was all about the team, but personally for you, what does that do for you having left, NC State with a winning record against your former team? And I know I've heard you speak about Coach Bennett, and I know you have nothing but respect for him. So I know this is coming from a place of love, but I am genuinely curious.
No, it's a great feeling. What's crazy is that I didn't really know that until after the game. That was the fifth matchup. So the fact that that was the fifth time, the way that game went, like it was, I guess it was destined. I mean, shoot, like we were down 6 with 40 seconds, and we were in a hole. So I still to this day I'm like that was a miracle. Wow. So I guess it was meant to be. I guess it was meant to be to beat them. But I don't know how we got out of that one.
So if I could follow on real quick, just talk through, because there's a lot of times where that Virginia defense does not give up 6 points over a 5 to 10 minute stretch. And for you guys to do it in roughly a minute, just kind of the insanity of the whole thing, right? Yeah, obviously you had a little bit of help there with the missed free throws, and that's just part of the game. And you have, Mike's, miraculous shot. Just take us through how does one come back from Virginia down that many points with that little bit of time left?
Yeah, I mean, it's playing UVA. It's more of like they test your discipline. Like they really try to slow things down and not stall, but just try to move at a very conservative pace. And that throws a lot of teams off. So, on defense, we couldn't, the challenge all game was trying to speed them up. We were trying to speed them up because, they don't really want to play fast. They like to slow it down. But towards the end, I feel like they got too conservative to the point where they were trying to just be so perfect, and and we kind of sensed it to the point where they had a turnover to where I was able to get a finish, and then on a deep even on the defensive end, I don't know, I feel like the game they just got real tight. They got real tight. And then we were, I was able to kind of take advantage of it by getting them up in the air. Draw a foul. Hit the 3 free throws.
Yeah, 3 free throws. Oh my gosh! At that point, I was like, "You got a chance here."
Yeah. So now it's just So I think we ended up coming down. I think I missed another 3. We drew up a play for Horn to get something in the corner. But he was denied or something like that, and then I had no other option but to shoot it because it was 11 seconds left or something. So because we wanted time, to. So we fouled Isaac, like I said. I know I'm kind of going over everything that happened.
No, you're good,
brother. Saw it, but So we fouling Isaac McNeely. That was completely unintentional, of course. He's a 90% free throw shooter. Pretty much anybody, we wanted anybody else on the team to shoot the free throws, but him. Of course, you know how life is. Of course, the guy who you don't want gets it, and he's at the line. But so at that point, you're only. I think Keith did a good job by not calling any timeouts, letting it play out, because you're playing UVA. You don't want to go against a set UVA defense. That's not smart. If you want to get a shot up against them, you want to get it up, and at least in transition when they're not fully set, right? Because literally, earlier that possession, or a few possessions earlier, it was a set defense, and we struggled to get it off. Even though they fouled on the 3, and it was just we were kind of struggling getting shots off against the set defense. So. I think it was credit to Keats to letting the play kind of play out. And then Mike just hit an incredible shot. It rolled, it hit every single part of the room.
How many times have you watched that replay?
Insane. Wow. A lot. I saw it.
I think we all.
I watched it a lot more. Yeah, I watched it a lot more once the season ended. But I watched it a lot, man. It's crazy how, because it was such a high arcing shot, and it looked on the court. It didn't really. It looked like it might have gone over, just from the angle. It just didn't really look good. But I don't know, it just the rest is history. So
that's right.
Big shout to Mike, man. Shout out Mike.
Shout out to Mike, absolutely. That dude was phenomenal postseason, not just even that shot, but that shot too.
He was big time, man. Mo was huge too. But one of the things about Mo too, I think Mo was incredible all year. I think the only thing that happened to Mo was able to increase his minutes,
right,
and in the postseason. And I think that's why he But Mo, his production from the 10 minutes that he did play in the regular season, if you look at the numbers, it's incredible. So, Mike and Mo, and I could keep going on by everybody else, but I love my teammates, man. But they're all good.
Yeah. Well, Wolfpack Nation, we'll take a pause right there for part one. Y'all make sure to join us for part two, where we continue our talk with Casey and actually talk a little bit more about what he thinks about actually just being an NC State fan. What's that experience going to be like? So if you want to learn more about that, tune in for part two as Kansas rolling her eyes over there about it. But y'all make sure, if you haven't already, y'all make sure to give Casey a follow on his social media at Casey Morsell. Like, I don't know how Casey got it, that he doesn't have to have a number or an exclamation point or underline or whatever it may be, but that's phenomenal within itself that he has his Twitter and his Instagram are both literally at Casey Morsell. So you can't mess it up. It's very, very simple. So with that being said, Wolfpack Nation, from our end, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. If you enjoyed this conversation, if you love NC State men's basketball, hit that like button and make sure to give us a follow as well at Tuffy Talk now on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We'll see y'all for part two, and go Pack, y'all.